Let's go over these questions again. You've prepared some. I think these are things that Bill O'Brien has to be able to be accountable for, and that's the number one thing with me. It's not as if he has that he can't sidestep the conversation as much anymore, because it used to be, well, we're a group, we discuss these things as a group. It's a flat organization. I haven't had a chance to sit down with Cal McNair. I refer to Cal McNair's statement. He's always been able to sidestep questions by just kind of avoiding them head on. He is now the head coach and general manager. It is his responsibility to answer these questions. Will he? I'm cautiously optimistic. Will he be candid? Again, cautiously optimistic. But what are the things that he has to answer? That it's been since when was that Chiefs loss? It was, second week of January? I mean, it's been a while now. He's had a chance to have all these discussions and all these meetings, so he should be able to answer them a little better.
I mean, he told us that they were going to have a press conference as soon as it became clear.
Yeah.
And we haven't gotten it.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the first crack. You have to be up there for an hour, so it's not like, all right, guys, we'll be out of here. So he's going to have to answer. Let's get his music, though, first, because, kings don't just enter. When you're a king, you don't just walk in. You get an entrance. You got the fire twirling. You got the elephants. You got the attractive belly dancers. I mean, when a king comes in, look who's carrying him. Look at that. He's got two guys carrying him. Here he comes, right through the door. The king is here. The king has arrived. Bill O'Brien has arrived. First question right off the top.
Yeah.
King Bill, when did you aspire to become king? You've always talked about, coaching, and I got to coach, but now all of a sudden, you're the only man in the NFL with the GM and coaching title. When did you have these aspirations? When did these develop, King?
We're not all stat guys.
Who's doing Chris Olsen's job? Who is now in charge of the cap and contract negotiations on the front lines?
Why no changes on the offensive staff, King Bill? Why? We made all these changes defensively, but on offense, I mean, really not much improvement last year despite the assets. Why no changes on the offensive staff, King?
Will you work to sign Deshaun Watson and extend his contract this year? Very important question.
And, King, what is Romeo's role? We know he's not your defensive coordinator. Still with the organization.
I don't know.
What is Romeo's role? You got to know. You got to know everything at this point. What do you mean you don't know?
Well, he does have to know. That's a great point. He has to know everything at this point. He's the final say outside of Cal. What is DJ Reader's future here? How do you feel about his future as a Texan?
I think DJ gone.
What has Cal McNair told you about your future here? That's a fair question, man. Going into year 7, that's a very fair question.
And then we'll see. Like I said, John, we got 25 hours and 50 minutes till Bill O'Brien speaks.
What is the structure within the organization for evaluating prospects, free agents, and draft picks? It's a lot to ask him about all this stuff.
What went into the thought process of giving Whitney Merciless the contract extension in season?
Mm-hmm.
In season, what went into that?
He's a great teammate.
I know that. But also, he kind of fell off the face of the earth when JJ went out of the lineup. Don't you think that evaluation is extremely important when it comes to evaluating your opposite edge rusher?
What is Laramie Tunsil's contract situation?
What about John Weeks? He's the glue of this team.
Weeks.
He's the glue of this team. Is John Weeks going to get a deal? He's been working out hard. Shout out to one of my favorite loopholes, John Weeks. Is John Weeks going to get a deal?
How are you planning?
What are you laughing at John Weeks for?
I love John Weeks. How are you planning to manage your time now that you have both hats officially on a game week?
These are questions going to be asked.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait.